I'm Chungwin for Notebooks.com, and in this video we're going to go ahead and take a look at both the HTC Thunderbolt and the Samsung Droid Charge. Both are 4G LTE smartphones for Verizon Wireless. In this video in particular, we're going to take a look at the hardware. The Droid Charge, which is here on the left-hand side, measures 5.11 inches tall by 2.66 inches wide and is 0.46 inch thick. The device does have a little bit of a hump or protrusion here on the lower edge, which helps to elevate up the speaker, so the speaker does sound a little bit more clean when you're putting it on a flat surface like a tabletop. The hump, which I call the rear chin, does bother some people and is seen as a carryover on some of Samsung's Galaxy S series smartphone. In comparison, the HTC Thunderbolt is a little bit shorter and a little bit more narrow than the Droid Charge, but is a little bit thicker. The device measures 4.75 inches from top to bottom, 2.44 inches from left to right, and 0.56 inch in thickness, and does not have the rear hump. Here, let's go ahead and stack up the devices. So as you can see here, the Droid Charge is a little bit taller, but you can't really notice that it's just a little bit more wide. The Droid Charge, however, does benefit from the beveled edges, and the sides do bulge out a little bit to give it an overall nice grip in the hands. The device is overall 1 ounce heavier than the HTC Incredible. It is a lighter smartphone, so those who are complaining about the Galaxy S series, in particular the T-Mobile Vibrant, being a little bit on the light or plasticky side, will see that carry over on the Droid Charge. It does have a larger 4.3 inch WVGA capacitive touchscreen display, which is a little bit bigger than the 4 inch on the Samsung Fascinate on Verizon or other Galaxy S smartphones. In comparison, both screens are the same size actually, and of the same resolution. However, as you can see on the Droid Charge, that the screen is powered by Samsung's new Super AMOLED Plus display technology, which gives you deeper dark blacks, bright, vivid, and vibrant colors. Some users complain that colors are a little bit oversaturated on the Droid Charge. On the HTC Thunderbolt, you have a traditional LCD display which offers bright and crisp colors, and the colors do render a bit more naturally than on the comparable Droid Charge. Both devices have front-facing camera. The noticeable difference here is that, as you can see here, we have a green blinking LED indicator for notifications on the Thunderbolt, whereas on the Droid Charge you don't have any LED indicator lights. So if the phone is off and you don't have access to the top app notification drawer here, you won't know if there's an incoming mail or message waiting for you. Both devices have rear 8 megapixel cameras. The Droid Charge's camera, I think, is a little bit better with light sensitivity and doesn't overexpose images as much as the HTC Incredible. Also, the rear speaker, of the HTC Thunderbolt. Also, the rear speaker of the HTC Thunderbolt here is covered by the kickstand, so some users have noticed that sounds do come out a little bit more muffled when the kickstand is closed. However, sounds were a lot louder, I noticed, on the Thunderbolt, and also a lot richer thanks to the Dolby Sound partnership, so you do have cleaner audio here on the Thunderbolt. Also, the Thunderbolt here has a matte, glossy, grayish black here finish, whereas on the Droid Charge, you're left with a plastic pattern back cover here. You can see little dots going, so it gives it a little bit like a honeycomb kind of look, but the plastic easily attracts fingerprints and is more prone to scratches than the matte cover. The nice part about the Droid Charge here is when you open up the back battery cover, you do have a larger battery. The battery here is rated at 1600 milliamp hour, which can power the device for up to a full working day. The other nice feature is that both the SIM card, which is here on the right hand side, and the memory card are both accessible without having to remove the back battery. So you do have access to the device's 32 gigabyte micro SDHC card, which comes pre-shipped, and also the SIM card without having to remove or take out the battery. On the HTC Thunderbolt, you do have to remove the battery to access both the memory card and the SIM card for 4G LTE network access. The other noticeable feature is that the Android navigation buttons on the bottom here are physical buttons, so you do have to press in. They're mechanical buttons like the Droid X by Verizon Wireless, Motorola for Verizon Wireless, but these buttons aren't as stiff, so if you press on it or go home a lot to the home screen, you're not going to notice any finger fatigue. The physical buttons are nice in that if you're swiping your finger around on the full capacitive touchscreen, you're less prone to accidentally swipe to a button and inadvertently exit or pause your application and move to the home screen. On the HTC Thunderbolt here, the buttons are capacitive touch buttons, which offers its benefit that you can just tap on it like you do on the home screen and activate the buttons that way. However, if you're swiping your finger, you might accidentally swipe down to the 4 buttons here on the bottom. Also, instead of the HTC Sense user interface, which we'll cover in a separate software video, this device uses Samsung's TouchWiz UI, which is layered on top of Android 2.2. The device also supports an HDMI port here on the right hand side. On the HTC device, the HTC Thunderbolt does not have HDMI support, and you can share videos or connect to an HD TV only through DLNA, which is a wireless sharing program. There is also DLNA through Samsung's AllShare application here, so you can play applications and videos or share music loaded on the device over Wi-Fi to a connected TV. These are some of the highlights of the hardware differences between the HTC Thunderbolt and the Samsung Droid Charge. Both devices are new for Verizon Wireless. This one has a Super AMOLED Plus display versus the regular LCD displays, but both devices offer a 4.3-inch WVGA touchscreen. So unlike some of the newer smartphones like the HTC Evo 3D for Sprint's network, which will be coming out this summer, or even the Motorola Atrix 4G for AT&T's network, which both of those devices support a higher resolution QHD display. These devices only offer a WVGA resolution. As you can see here with Super AMOLED Plus, colors are really bright and rich, and blacks are really deep, as you can see on the black background here. They do offer a little bit better battery efficiency, so the battery here is bigger, and the device's battery conserving features should last you the whole day. I'm Chung Win. Stay tuned for our software comparison between some of the highlights of TouchWiz and the TouchFlow interface on the Thunderbolt in our next video.